Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Feel Good Financial Friday, coming to you live on this 5th day of August 2022. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our summer travel episode, coming to you from Philadelphia International Terminal B, which is an interesting intersection. This is an American Airlines hub, but A is the international terminal. So a lot of activity here. We're going to talk a little bit about what goes on at Philadelphia International shortly. First off, though, it was that time of month. We had a Jobs Friday. And what did surveys say? If you can believe it, U.S. job growth surged. 528,000 new jobs created in July, double the expectation that was around 240,000. So this is just an amazing number and more evidence. This is why this is important, everybody. More evidence. Our debate that we've been going back and forth on the last few weeks, recession, not recession, which way is it going? I mean, God, middle of June looked like we were falling into the abyss. This is another piece of evidence that perhaps the U.S. is not going into recession, especially when you have this much growth in the economy. That is a lot of jobs. Anyways, we are here to talk a little bit about travel and your money. And we do know that there has been a number of, I think the Google hits on revenge travel is at an all-time high, or was it an all-time high 2 weeks ago? I know, Kim, you talked about that a few weeks ago. I think we've all taken part in that. But I got a question for you both. What percent of your income, Americans' income, is spent on travel? Anyone want to take a stab at that? Kim?
Around 10. Kim?
Great guess.
I'm gonna guess 6%.
All right. Kim wins by one, closer. The number is actually 7%. And that is actually the same number or same percentage of income that Americans spend on food at home. I thought 7% was sort of low. Again, maybe it's this revenge travel and you're seeing, bookings at higher end hotels, a lot more people doling out for first class and business class. We do know that. But anyways, it's been amazing. Kim, what's your thoughts on summer and travel? I know you've been traveling a lot, even though you are in beautiful Central Park today.
I am. Hello from beautiful, beautiful Central Park here, actually specifically Sheets Meadow. So it's really interesting. I've met a lot of tourists here today. I've been talking to a lot of people, and I can definitely tell from, just a year ago for certain that there's so many more tourists here in New York City. In fact, it's been quite an uptick. We're actually at 42% higher than we were last year. And it definitely,
wow.
You can definitely see it. Oh yeah, it definitely supports it here with the conversations I've been having. So, that airports are packed. But sometimes people, they don't want those airports. They don't want them so packed. So one of the things that you can definitely do when in your travels, if you're making travel plans, still do it. There's still plenty of opportunities. You can do things, by go ahead and traveling a little bit after August 15th, because that's when the kids start to go back to school. That's when the families, they're sort of tinkering down and they're getting ready for the school year. So it's just kind of interesting what's going on there. So, there's a few airlines out there that are new. And one that I came across was actually Breeze Airlines. And they're one of your they're one of the discount airlines that are out there. It's not so much that they go to a lot of cities, but they definitely go to destinations that are really hot right now. One of them has to be New York City. Little off the beaten path. It's up in Westchester County is where they fly into, but that's just a little hop, skip, and a jump from New York City. So if you're looking to come to New York, you know what? Hey, that's definitely an option. Another thing I learned, because I am planning a big trip out west, is that get passes for those parks, get passes for those amusement parks, any types of adventures that you're going on. I am actually subscribed to America the Beautiful, and that is a pass. That's a card that you can get where you can go to all the national parks. You get discounts going into the parks, and then you also get free parking. It's $80 and it's good for 1 year, but boy, is it worth it. And I'm really excited that I found that, because it also gives you the opportunity to get those tickets ahead of in advance. So those are just some, things that are happening right now. Car rentals, I found another one. It's called, different types of things that are out there. It's good stuff that's going on there. So a lot of opportunities, and it's good to see people back up and traveling.
It's always great advice. I just know the one of the beaches that I'll be visiting, if you go online and order your, beach lounge chair, it's 25% cheaper to do it online than going there. And that is consistent with what you're saying, Kim. Of course, that's Kim Landseal, one half of my co-host extraordinaire, and she's a financial literacy top consultant. The other half, Sam Castellan, real estate executive director and crypto, aficionado. Sam, what are you seeing out there this week? What do you got for us this week?
Well, I guess, the interesting part of this week, George, is, like a lot of people is debating, right? Like we were in this expectation of, are we in a recession or not? We saw the market cooling down for mortgages, and specifically on the number of sales of houses. And so I guess there were a lot of people wondering, like, are we going to see another housing market collapse? And so that's what we wanted to discuss today, because I guess the main difference that we see, George, from now, like from the last collapse that was in 2008, is that people have now much more equity on their homes. And so that makes a huge difference, right? Like those regulations that were the result of the last collapse in 2008 really help or encourage the banks to really have more regulations for people that wanted to get a mortgage. So as a result of that, people that are getting those mortgages now were required to have like larger down payments. And as such, now it's much less likely for us to have a collapse in the market, because people have more equity than back then. So that makes a huge difference. And that's what we're seeing now, George.
Huge difference. And Sam, to back you up on that, this also makes a huge difference. This is today's Wall Street Journal, and you will see mortgage rates reverse course. 30-year fixed mortgage back under 5%, coming in at 4.99% this morning, actually last night. Why is that important? Because when we did this show 6 Fridays ago, we were at a then 11-year high of 6.5%. It's amazing how volatile the mortgage rates and mortgage markets have been. I've actually never seen it this volatile. Well, I wanted to get back to travel, and we have a guest appearance here, but he is very busy right now, as people are asking a lot of questions. But this is our friend.
Well, George,
Toby.
I guess in the meantime, I just want to make a short announcement. And this is actually
here's Toby real quick. He's got a minute. This is Toby, a Kiwi from Wellington, actually, but is here at Terminal B. And Toby, we just had a simple question. What are you seeing this Friday in early August versus what you saw last month, the month before? I mean, how is travel like here in Philadelphia?
Definitely increasing. I mean, there's been a constant flow right here at the B gate where we're at. There's some people coming through. And of course, across the board, like today's a Friday, but people are working from home now. Travel habits have changed. No longer do people have to fly out on a Thursday night or Friday or look for those cheap Saturday flights. They'll fly out on a Monday and they'll work from home for the rest of the week. So we're definitely seeing a big change in the way the customers are coming through, and passengers are coming through, and sort of very changing habits. And it means that they can distribute across the board. And so, yeah, I could have a Tuesday morning and it'll be as busy as it is right now. So
it's amazing. It's amazing how the work from home phenomena has even changed the airport.
Absolutely.
Because Tuesday was the best time to travel. There was no one ever here. And now you're right. Every day is a Saturday. In this case, every day is a Friday.
Yeah.
Toby, thanks so much.
No worries.
Thanks so much for your time. Anyways.
George.
Yes, Sam.
Oh, I just wanted to say, on that note, I just wanted to congratulate you, George, because today is our 11th episode. And so last week we featured our summer special, and a lot of people were, we're talking great things from Kim, what Kim is doing, like really, showing to everyday people, like how the market is, and really showing us, like, as everyday Americans, right, like how the market is. And everyone was also saying good words about you and how you're like approaching the financial information to us for people that are new in finance. So I just wanted to encourage everyone to go and see our special from last week that was featured as the Feel Good Financial Friday summer special. it was amazing for a lot of people.
Thank-
So encouraging everyone to go and see it again.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah, like we said on the onset, our mission is to bring finance and the real economy, what that means, how that is articulated to you, and what that means for your wallet. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us today. Please remember, like Sam mentioned, to share with friends and family, subscribe and like. That is how this content gets out there to more financial badasses like you. From Philadelphia International, the show will continue on the road next week. We will be across in Euroland. Until then, hope everyone has a special feel-good Friday, an awesome weekend. Adios.